everyone, welcome back to another vlog. I figured I would switch things up just a tad bit, and since it is the new year, I asked on Instagram to ask me any questions, and I have them all right here, so I am gonna answer a few. I actually got quite a few submissions this time, and I tried to kind of like organize all the questions so it's kind of not too boring and I'm not repeating myself. Figured I would start off with this question because yeah, it's just a great way to ease into this Q&A. What's one of the things you're looking forward to the most for 2025? Honestly, there's so much to look forward to in 2025. I am so excited for so many reasons. I'm excited to make more memories with all my close friends. I am excited to travel. I'm excited to see where life takes me. Something that I'm really looking forward to in 2025 is just more self-growth. I am probably in the best place that I've been in a very long time. I definitely think it's because I've really prioritized myself and invested in myself and really kind of figured out things that I personally need to work on to be a better person. And so I think just like seeing where this year is going to take me, I'm excited to spend more amazing memories with my friends. Yeah, I think that's about it. Just lots of really good memories and more self-growth. What is one personal growth goal you have for 2025? One personal growth for me is continuing to set proper boundaries with people in my life. Not in a negative way, obviously, but it's just like making sure I am prioritizing myself first. I am an introvert. My social battery is quite small, so sometimes I do overcommit. Sometimes I do stretch myself a little bit too thin, and I've been really working on this since last year, and it's been a lot better. I've definitely really figured out how much alone time and recharge time I need. I think another big one for me is communication. I know it's probably something that I've struggled a lot in the past, and I definitely openly admit that, you know, in my past relationships, when it comes to communication, before I used to like shut down a lot, or I would just almost neglect my own feelings and kind of brush it under. I've been really working on that, even in all relationships in my life, with my friendship or with my family. I've just been a lot better about expressing myself and communicating my wants and needs and asking for help if I need help. I am not there yet. It's still a work in progress, but you know, we are continuing on to get better at that in 2025. I'm gonna try not to ramble anymore and just get straight to the point. But will I get another tattoo? I'm pretty sure in the future I will definitely get another tattoo. If it's gonna be anytime soon, I have absolutely no idea. Sometimes it's a very spontaneous thing for me when I want to get a tattoo, or if there's just something meaningful that I want to express through art, then yeah. But at this point, there's nothing planned. I have no plans to get more tattoos. I'm very content with the tattoos that I have right now. How many tattoos do I have? Good question. How many tattoos do I have? Sorry, that just took a little bit for me to figure out. Currently, I have 6 tattoos. There's some big ones, there's some small ones, and this kind of trickles into the next question, which is, which one is your favorite tattoo? Oh, I love all my tattoos. This is really hard. I think I'm gonna go with my most meaningful tattoo, and that is a tie between the sound waves I have behind my left ear or the side piece I did with the 2 kois. They're both very meaningful and very sentimental tattoos to me, which is probably why I'm gonna say those are my favorite. How tall are you? I am 5'2" and 3/4. The 3/4 does matter. And do you have any upcoming travel plans? Yes, I have some really exciting travel plans. I am going to LA, I'm going to Korea, I am going to Vancouver, Mexico. Don't know if there's gonna be more trips to come, but this year is gonna be, and I'm so grateful that I get to travel with my best friends. Any plans on visiting Vancouver? Yeah, 100%. I go to Vancouver several times a year. I definitely need to go there to get my Asian food fix. Going there in the summer, for sure. And maybe a few more trips. We'll see. And how do you navigate change? I think change is really scary. I am 100% a creature of habit. So anytime I experience change, I get quite stressed out, get quite anxious. But I've learned through the years that change is gonna happen whether you like it or not. And sometimes to get to a better place, you need to accept change. The best way to navigate that is to just take it slow and don't be so hard on yourself. I think a lot of us have pretty high expectations of how we want our life to be or everything. We have high expectations of ourselves, which is great. But sometimes I think we're almost too hard. Take things as they are, move one step at a time. Instead of looking 10 steps ahead, just focus on the first few steps in front of you. And that's kind of what I did to navigate change. And also like embrace all those little hurdles. I know when you're in the moment, it sucks. You probably hate it so much, but hindsight, you realize that those little changes or those little hurdles or obstacles are what made you stronger or a better person. So, you gotta be grateful for all the highs and lows. How often do you go to the gym? I go to the gym quite often. I would say at least like 5 times a week. I did at one point sometimes would do 2 gym sessions a day, but like hear me out. I would do like a weight training session in the morning, and then in the evening I might go and do some cardio or like abs or something. Girl has a lot of free time outside of work, so might as well stay active. What gym do you go to? I go to Good Life. What is your favorite exercise? I think anything upper I truly enjoy. Favorite exercise, maybe lat pull downs or bicep curls. I think those are my favorite. Do you enjoy group workout classes? No, I don't really like group classes. I will do berries occasionally because, I will do berries, but only double floor because my cardio sucks. The reason why I will push myself to go to berries is usually I have a friend that I go with, and 2, it helps me get rid of that plateau phase because it's like a more high intensity workout. I find it kind of almost like helps my body reset a little bit. Yeah, I only do berries very minimally, like once a quarter or something, but I would say no. I don't really enjoy group classes. How do you get such big muscles? I'm jealous. Just be a gym rat. Just live at the gym, basically. I think the bulk of the questions are associated with this topic. So I picked a few of them to answer. Yeah, let's get into it. How is dating in your 30s? Yeah. It's interesting. The dating world now versus what it was before, completely different. It is such a new experience, and I'm not hating it, but it definitely took some time to like understand like the dating world now, like learning that I don't even know if I have it down, but obviously it's like if you're dating someone, you still have to specify if you're like exclusive or not, stuff like that. Honestly, I'm still trying to figure out, like single era is still going strong. That's about it. I have nothing juicier to say. What are some man icks that you have? Ooh, okay. First one is probably punctuality. Like if someone's taking their time to like hang out with you and stuff, it's kind of like the bare minimal and the most respectful thing to show up on time. I absolutely hate being late myself. Another man ick, guys who have like an avoidant or like passive aggressive conflict style. Does that make sense? No more like games or like mind games. Like just be clear about what you want and it just makes a relationship flourish so much more. Is there any other man icks I can think of? I think that's about it. I do really like a guy who can be very polished, but can, you know, have like a more casual style as well. So when a guy can't do that, maybe that's a manic, or maybe that's just a preference. I'll just say that's a preference. We'll leave that one out. And what are some traits you look for in a partner? Biggest one for me is attentiveness, being detail-oriented and organized. Attentiveness is huge for me because I'm such a detail-oriented person as well. I'm also one who shows love through acts of service. So having someone who notices all the small little things on how to, you know, take care of me, or, you know, noticing like things that I like and dislike. It's something that I really look for. Yeah, like I'm not a person who's expecting like grand gestures all the time, but I personally do look at all the day-to-day little things that a person does for me, and I think those to me are very important. So definitely the attentiveness. If you're Cantonese, it's basically like saisam. Yeah, it translates to attentiveness. If I have like a certain preference on a drink at every restaurant, to like remember those things, or, you know, if I like to eat a certain dish at a restaurant, to know that that's probably what I want to order. I'm just like thinking of things. There's probably way better examples, but that's kind of it. That's all that came to my head right now. How do you heal from a long-term relationship? I don't think there's the right answer for that one. Everyone heals very differently. Everyone exits a relationship in a very different situation. The best way to heal is to like just focus on yourself. Like don't even think about trying to go out into that dating world right away. Like you should really reflect back on what you loved about yourself as a partner and what you didn't like about yourself as a partner, and what you want in your next partner and what you don't want, you know, in your partner. Just like really reflecting on that and spend time to like understand yourself a little bit better, because you grow so much in a relationship and you change so much within a relationship. So once you exit a relationship, I think it's best to just take that time to be by yourself. And personally, like through my experience, I realized that in order to heal, you have to do it alone. You can't mask it or depend on someone else for it. You have to do this by yourself, or else you're carrying old baggage into a new relationship, and that's not healthy. All right, this last question. I have been dealing with some health and skin issues for the past while, actually. And there's probably a reason why you probably didn't notice because I was still posting regularly, but I really wasn't showing my face as much. And that's because I've had developed stress flare-ups on my skin. And I'm seeing a dermatologist for it, and I'm on certain medications and stuff like that, trying to figure it out. It's not healed yet, but I figured I am comfortable enough to share this with you because I realize a lot of men and women go through skin issues, and I am never, ever going to complain about pimples ever again. I remember back in my old vlogs, I would have like one stubborn pimple on my face, and it would like maybe last for 2 weeks, and I'd give it a name because I'm like, oh, this stubborn pimple Charlie just won't leave. I'm never going to complain about 1 or 2 pimples ever again because I have never had skin issues in the past, and my skin looked like this. And I had a series of about 4 flare-ups since last year. And it was extremely hard on my confidence. I felt really insecure about it. I just really didn't feel good about myself. A lot of it was triggered by stress. And, you know, stress is something that is really hard to control. Like if someone's like, oh, just try not to stress out. Well,
like I don't want to be stressed, but I am.
So my skin basically looked like this, and I went on a series of medications, and it's gotten a lot better now. I am occasionally getting some flare-ups, but I think it's a little bit more manageable now that I am seeing a dermatologist. But it was so scary. So the last question was asking about how I cleared my skin. It's not clear, trust me. I have makeup on right now. It is not clear, but there are certain brands of creams that I use. My friend recommended this brand, and I've been using this with hyaluronic acid, and I think it's definitely helped a lot with my skin. I've also really been loving the Origins charcoal mask. I do that every week. I am using the Innisfree volcano mask to clear the pores, and for oil control, I've been using the Beauty of Joseon red bean mask, and that really helps with like controlling the oil production. Also had Botox in my forehead to help with the oil production as well. So I'm trying a lot of things, as well as seeing a dermatologist. I've stripped down a lot of my skincare and just gone to the basics because I don't want to irritate my skin anymore. So basically with the flare-ups, it started on a really small area of my face, and it just like grew. And with every flare-up, it got worse and worse. And this was like almost like deep cystic acne. I've never had acne like this. Like the most I had was like a bump, and it would just like go away in like I said, like a week, sometimes 2 if it was really stubborn. So I know a lot of you guys always ask for an updated makeup and skincare routine, but my skin is not there yet. So I hope you guys can just be patient with me as I'm going through the health issues. But you know, once my skin is where I want it to be and I feel very comfortable, you know, being completely barefaced on camera, I will. But I do have some old get ready with me's that I'll link down below. Honestly, the routine hasn't changed significantly from that, so feel free to watch those ones. Can't complain because my skin's a lot better now, especially wearing makeup. It's coverable, so I feel a little bit better. I wanted to share this, not to, you know, complain. I wanted to share this because I realized that there's a lot of people who struggle with skin issues, and like I said, I wanted to share all the highs and lows, and this is probably one of the biggest things that I've had to deal with as of late. But yeah, I think I am just going to end it here for all the questions. But thank you guys so much for submitting your questions.